Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something absolutely shocking that's turning heads around the world, what Ukraine just did for the United States military. This new development isn't just another headline in the ongoing conflict. It's a move that could change the entire balance of power between the West and Russia and redefine how modern warfare is fought. The details behind this are stunning, and the deeper we go, the more unbelievable it becomes. Over the past few years, Ukraine has gone from being a war-torn nation struggling for survival to a key testing ground for some of the most advanced military technologies in the world. What most people don't realize is that this war has become a live laboratory for innovations that the U.S. military has been watching very closely. Now, Ukraine has taken a step that has directly benefited the United States, not through diplomacy, but through battlefield innovation and data sharing that could shape the next generation of warfare. Reports reveal that Ukraine has handed over a massive trove of real-time combat data to the U.S. military, something that American defense analysts consider priceless. This isn't just intelligence about Russian tactics or missile trajectories, it's a complete blueprint of how modern warfare between large conventional armies looks in the 21st century. Every drone strike, every artillery adjustment, every electronic warfare signal, all of it is being analyzed by U.S. military experts to prepare for future conflicts. Ukraine's collaboration with American defense contractors has also deepened. In secret joint programs, Ukrainian engineers and U.S. specialists have been working together to test advanced battlefield technologies. For instance, Ukraine's experience with drones has provided vital feedback to American companies developing new autonomous systems for the U.S. Army and Air Force. From jamming, resistant communications to improved surveillance systems, Ukraine's hard-earned experience is helping the U.S. military evolve faster than anyone anticipated. But what truly surprised everyone is Ukraine's decision to share its entire digital warfare database with the Pentagon. This includes detailed analysis of Russian electronic warfare systems, intercepted frequencies, and countermeasure data. For the U.S., this is gold. It gives American engineers the ability to understand, predict, and neutralize Russian technology, something that would have taken decades to achieve under normal circumstances. Ukraine, by sharing this information, has effectively accelerated America's defense capabilities by years. This move didn't happen overnight. Since 2022, the partnership between Kiev and Washington has grown stronger. But behind the public statements and aid packages, there has been a massive exchange of intelligence and technology. What Ukraine just did marks the next stage of that partnership, one where the student teaches the master. The U.S. has given Ukraine billions in weapons and training, but now Ukraine is returning the favor by providing something even more valuable: real-world experience and battlefield-tested knowledge. Think about it, for decades, the U.S. military relied on simulations and war games to prepare for modern conflicts, but Ukraine's war is no simulation. It's real data from thousands of battles fought against one of the world's largest militaries. This gives American planners a treasure trove of insights that can't be replicated anywhere else. From logistics under constant bombardment to using cheap drones to destroy expensive tanks, every tactic is being documented, studied, and implemented into future U.S. strategies. It's not just about weapons either. Ukraine has shown the world how to fight smarter with fewer resources. Their use of artificial intelligence to analyze battlefield data, their adaptation of commercial drones for lethal missions, and their rapid decision-making systems are being closely adopted by the U.S. Department of Defense. American military officials have even admitted that Ukraine's innovations are influencing Pentagon reforms in command structure and battlefield communication. The cooperation goes both ways. The U.S. is providing Ukraine with access to some of its most advanced defense technologies, including AI-assisted targeting systems, satellite imagery, and next-generation radar capabilities. But in return, Ukraine is giving back operational feedback that helps the U.S. refine these technologies for future wars. In short, Ukraine has become America's proving ground, and what they're learning there will shape how the U.S. fights in the future. One of the most important aspects of this partnership is in drone warfare. Ukraine has mastered the art of using swarms of inexpensive drones to overwhelm Russian defenses. These tactics have been studied in detail by American analysts who are now adapting similar concepts for the U.S. military's own drone programs. Some experts say Ukraine's battlefield tactics have revolutionized drone warfare faster than any other conflict in history. But the most unexpected development is Ukraine's cooperation with the U.S. on cybersecurity and electronic warfare. By studying Russia's hacking and jamming attempts, Ukraine has become one of the most cyber-resilient nations in the world. American cyber experts have learned from Ukraine's defense mechanisms and integrated them into U.S. systems. This has made American infrastructure and military networks more resistant to cyber attacks, not just from Russia, but from China and other potential adversaries as well. Beyond the battlefield, there's a deeper strategic meaning to what Ukraine just did. By aligning its intelligence networks, technological systems, and military doctrine with the U.S., Ukraine is effectively becoming an unofficial member of NATO's inner circle. Even without formal membership, Ukraine now operates at a NATO level of coordination, and that's a nightmare for Moscow. Russia's long-term strategy to isolate Ukraine has completely failed. Instead, Ukraine has become the very backbone of Western defense innovation. There's also a symbolic power behind this move. Ukraine isn't just fighting for its own survival anymore. It's actively shaping the security architecture of the Western world. Every missile that Ukraine intercepts, every drone that evades Russian jamming, and every strategy that gets shared with Washington strengthens the U.S. military's readiness for the future. It's no longer a one-way relationship of aid, it's a partnership of equals forged in war. This collaboration is also changing how the U.S. develops its weapons. American defense companies are now testing prototypes directly in Ukraine's combat zones. Instead of waiting years for peacetime trials, weapons like anti-drone lasers, new missile guidance systems, and AI-driven targeting tools are being tested in real war conditions. This gives the U.S. military data and results that are impossible to obtain anywhere else. For example, some reports indicate that U.S. supplied equipment like HIMARS, Patriot systems, and Abrams tanks are being monitored closely by American experts, who then use the data to enhance future versions. The feedback loop between the Ukrainian front lines and U.S. labs is faster than ever before. It's like a living defense ecosystem, constantly learning, improving, and evolving in real time. Ukraine's contribution doesn't end with technology or intelligence. They're also reshaping the U.S. military's understanding of morale, resilience, and adaptability. The sheer willpower of Ukrainian soldiers fighting against overwhelming odds has inspired a generation of American strategists to rethink what defines victory in modern warfare. It's not just about numbers or firepower, it's about adaptability, speed, and unity. But there's a twist. Ukraine's bold actions also come with risks. By sharing so much sensitive data, Kiev is placing immense trust in Washington, hoping the partnership will continue long after the war. It's a strategic gamble that ties Ukraine's military future to that of the United States. However, many analysts believe it's a smart move. With American support and access to its defense ecosystem, Ukraine is securing not just short-term survival, but long-term technological strength. Some insiders suggest that the Pentagon is already building a Ukrainian model of modern warfare, which could become the foundation for future U.S. military doctrine. The lessons from Ukraine's war are being written into textbooks, simulation systems, and even new training programs for American officers. In other words, what Ukraine just did may not only help the U.S. Today it might define how America fights its wars for decades to come. Another interesting development is how Ukraine's defense startups have caught the attention of American investors. U.S. military firms are partnering with Ukrainian companies specializing in AI, drone technology, and cybersecurity. Some of these startups, built by engineers who were literally under fire, are now being integrated into American defense supply chains. This blending of innovation from war-torn Ukraine with U.S. industrial power could create the most advanced military technology alliance in history. There's also a growing recognition in Washington that Ukraine has given the U.S. a priceless advantage in understanding its adversaries. Russia's tactics, command structure, missile systems, and even psychological warfare strategies have all been exposed. The data Ukraine provided allows the U.S. to prepare for not just Russian aggression, but any future threats from similar authoritarian regimes. Behind the scenes, American generals are calling Ukraine's contribution the most valuable real-world intelligence exchange since World War II. That's how big this is. For the first time in decades, the U.S. is learning directly from a war against a major power without having to fight it themselves. Ukraine has done what no other ally could: give the U.S. first-hand experience of a 21st century high-intensity war. This also explains why Washington continues to support Kiev despite political debates at home. The truth is, America isn't just helping Ukraine win, it's helping itself prepare for the future. Every dollar spent on Ukraine's defense returns as priceless knowledge, experience, and battlefield-tested innovation that strengthens U.S. forces. It's a strategic investment disguised as aid. The irony is striking. For decades, Ukraine was seen as the student, learning from Western training and technology. Now it's the teacher. The battlefield lessons from Ukraine are being written into the U.S. Army's manuals, shaping its next generation of tactics, strategies, and doctrines. This shift proves how deeply intertwined both nations have become. As we move forward, one thing is certain: the world will look back at this moment as the beginning of a new era in military cooperation. Ukraine's decision to share everything it has learned, from the front lines to cyberspace, has transformed the U.S. military's understanding of modern warfare. What Ukraine just did for America is beyond generous, it's historic. In a world where alliances are constantly tested, Ukraine's move shows that true partnership isn't just about weapons or money, it's about trust, sacrifice, and shared purpose. The United States now has a clearer picture of what future wars might look like, thanks to Ukraine's courage and intelligence. This isn't just about fighting Russia, it's about securing the future of Western defense for generations to come. So, while the world focuses on the battles we see, the real revolution is happening behind the scenes in data centers, laboratories, and war rooms where Ukrainian and American minds are reshaping the art of war itself. What Ukraine just did for the U.S. military is something that will echo for decades, changing not just how wars are fought, but how they are won. And that, more than anything else, is why this story matters. Ukraine has not only defended its own freedom, it has helped secure the future strength of the United States and its allies. It's an incredible example of how courage, innovation, and unity can rewrite history in the face of adversity. If you found this as fascinating as we did, make sure to stay tuned, because what's coming next could change the entire world order once again.